It says we're live.
I hope so. We're not zombie-like today. So
Yes,
yay.
we are.
speak for yourself.
Okay, speak for yourself. So,
I feel fantastic. I don't know about you guys.
I was fine until I tried to clean in a dusty place, and now I'm not okay.
I am fine now that I am not on the road. So and not dealing with massive traffic jam because of wreck. So
Yeah.
Thanks, Rick. It's good to know that somebody's out there and listening. So,
there's somebody there. Oh, how nice.
Good morning, Alan.
You guys can say happy birthday to Neil as he walks behind the camera. So
Happy birthday, Neil. So we were just talking, but right before we actually went live, that we're in 3 different places, very different places.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not just
I'm at home in Texas.
I am in a hotel in Mississippi, which obviously you can tell. I'm in a hotel room, so
it looks very comfortable.
Well, the guy at the desk was really sweet. He was very charmed by me because the very first thing I asked is, "Where do I get a good chicken fried steak around here?" So, and he was utterly charmed by me. I've noticed I had a tattoo, and he apparently thought that was very odd that a woman of my age would have a tattoo on my arm. So, and so
that's
he
just
even
a little small one.
Well, and this little motor in place, he decided to go open my room door and carry in my luggage for me because he liked me. So,
that was very nice.
Very sweet. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah. So anyway, but
yeah, I'm in the apartment in Denver, and you can see my luggage behind me, and I'm packing for tomorrow. And
yay!
So yeah,
right?
This is chaos.
This
is really actually chaos.
There's a reason I decided to blur my background, which oddly enough seems to come in and out on patches.
It does.
Yeah. I should. I feel like I should try that. But
well, it warned me when I set up to do it that it takes more computer resources. Are you sure you have enough power? So
you know what? I have. There we go.
Yeah, now you're all blurry behind. Woo. So you have the power.
I have the power.
My room is all clean.
Yes, your room is clean, Donna.
It looks really good. The bed's made, and there's nothing on the floor yet. So.
Oh
no, it was a long drive today, so I'm tired.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
Yeah, but it was pretty. I have decided now because I came this direction because I wanted to drive on 20 because I've done most of the other. I've done Interstate 70 and 80, and I've done parts of 10, and and coming across the country, and I hadn't done this section of 20, and it's as boring as 80. So I'm not doing it again. So
fair.
It's like just oh look, it's an interstate with nothing interesting anywhere near it. So except for one bridge that went over the Mississippi, which was kind of cool because going over the Mississippi is kind of cool, right? So
yeah.
Otherwise, it was boring. There wasn't any interesting by the side of the road stuff except for one place that made giant cocks. So. And that was in Texas, and that was fun.
I don't know what is with Texas and the giant cocks. I just don't
get it either. I don't understand. But it was a pretty drive. I mean, the weather was lovely, and I left before I hit. Ow, my hair hurts. Oh my God, it's been up all day. So it was fun. It was very contemplative because coming cross country, the radio stations are interesting. So I got the report on the cow prices and wheat prices and how many small Mexican Catholic churches there are. And then I got to Louisiana. Yes. And apparently there was a big storm. So I heard all about storm reports and hail damaged cars that you can get at a really good price now. So
yeah,
so
maybe
that was
not.
Kind of my day. So
I poked it at fixing covers.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay!
Here it
And
hurts.
uploading stuff that's there, and oh my god. Oh,
Yeah, it's a
my
lot.
brain hurts.
I did
Yeah.
10 hours at the day job today, so.
Ew.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Sanford has 2 appointments this week, and I wasn't able to get either of them completely off work hours. So I'm working long on the days I can to make up for the time off I have to take to. We went to Lawton and we tried the 3rd Korean restaurant in Lawton. So
Oh, yum.
it's called Gangnam Style Korean, and this one was the best out of the 3 of them.
I love
Are you required to dance?
No, but they actually, I like the restaurant setup because it's all tables, but they've built, it looks like out of pallet wood, but sanded and refinished. They've built like booth walls around the
Right.
tables.
Mhm.
So you
Okay.
have, and they're not like, they're about chin level to me. So you're not like, it's not like completely closed off, but you have this illusion of privacy when you sit down at your table. It's really nice.
Cool.
I liked
Okay.
it. So,
And Gangnam Style, the name for the song actually came from a specific style of dress and behavior in Korea, and Seoul specifically.
Okay.
So I
I
can
wondered
totally
about
see.
that.
Yeah. So Gangnam Style is like if we did something like Redneck Boys or Go Be a Chad.
Mhm.
Like it's a
Yeah.
very specific type of thing.
Yeah, little
So
subculture thing.
yeah. So
So
I could totally see a cafe like that doing fairly well.
it has
Especially with the song.
identified other person in my background.
So if that
Hi,
happens on my,
Stanford.
I was gonna say, if some random guy walks around in the back of mine, there's a problem. So you guys have
Noted.
random guys. I do not. So.
Yes, I've told everybody if you walk in the door, you have to be quiet, please.
Yes, there you
Yes.
go. Right. Oh my
Well,
goodness.
because the sound card is bad in my computer, I have to use a specific microphone with it's got a thing that, and I can't even show you because I've got the blur on, but it's got a specific like chip in it,
Mhm.
so I can actually talk on the microphone. So I can't use the headphones because they don't
Oh.
work because my sound card's bad.
Yes,
So
that's no fun.
and our audience can have running commentary about our new technology.
yes,
It's so I'll say
It's cool.
I'm on my little tiny computer, which I love, and I got
Mm-hmm.
I got a sticker for it, which I'll have to show somewhere else, because the sticker is just big enough to fit on top, or it only fits like a single 3-inch sticker on it. It's fantastic. It's so much fun. But the headphones I've got my massively overpriced webcam, which I love. It's pink, and then headphones, which are also have moments of pink, are $5 from Five Below. Like I spent
Okay.
this is incredibly expensive little computer, incredibly expensive little camera, and my microphone.
Lost you.
On the...
Oh my goodness. Move closer to your router. Yeah, sure. So guys, I have limited.
Oh,
Are we gonna lose you?
we might be losing Jonna. Oh no.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we can hope.
We knew this might happen though, so.
Yep, the joys of broadcasting from the road.
Right. Yeah, no. So I mean, that's kind of cool that we can do this.
Yes.
And we've trial run this from homes, but here, I mean, like close proximity. And,
right, like on the same side of town half the time.
Right. So this is the first time we've done it, and we're in like 3 different states, which is cool.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned that the chat has gotten very, very quiet.
Slightly. I don't know if
well, it looks like we make it to try Jonna again.
Do we have another Jonna? Are we back?
Try it again.
Yay!
Yes. Intermittently.
Hey,
I am intermittently.
we're nothing if not persistent.
Oh
Yes.
my
And
God.
and
Well,
ALS, I appreciate you letting me know that the chat is listening still.
oh,
Yes.
well, yeah,
Which
because
is
I'm sure they're just
appreciated.
like having fun all on their own without any, they don't need us. Why are we even here? I mean, it's like no, I was my phone is has decent connection, but I had not connected to the Wi-Fi yet for the hotel. And the hotel seems to have a little bit better. So things we learn as we go along, right?
Mhm.
So
Yes, yes.
yes, so
Yeah,
it yeah, looks
we
stable.
yeah, we were just talking about the fact that this is really the first time that we've done this from so far apart.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's kinda
It,
cool.
yeah, it's kind of fun. It would have been fun to have done it from Italy. I could have been out in a little piazza, having it was with
And
everyone.
we would all just have been, like, wanting you to pan slowly so we could look at it.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna go on vacation with Jonna. She's got her phone. We're just gonna watch her walk around and what's
I would,
this thing? Okay, zoom in
I
on
would
that,
just walk
please.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and do that. So, well, that's not going
That
to
would
happen
be
for another year.
awesome.
Yeah. Oh, you know what, guys? I should do that from Dickens Fair when I'm there this year.
Yes.
Yes.
Board from Dickens Fair for a little bit and just wander through because it is incredibly cool. It's
That would
just
be really cool.
so
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we usually have breakfast in the morning, the whole gang of us, and the lights are up and you can see a little bit better. But there's a lot to be said for like, well, they won't let me tape in Mad's house, but there's a bunch of cool places that I could just
Mhm.
really. The antiquarian bookstore at Dickens Fair is truly glorious. I mean,
Uh-huh.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, it's been a week and it's only what is today?
Wednesday. It's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday. I forgot
Yeah.
yesterday was Tuesday. Okay.
Mhm.
Like I even saw like you even sent your put your thing in the chat so we could like, oh, is this good for Taco Tuesday? I'm like, yeah, that's great. And I'm like, oh, that's today.
Yes.
So I'm in bed, like I need to write a thing. They said I'd half it up.
I was like, I was fasting. I was going, wait a minute. I got on the road this morning and I thought, we didn't talk about the broadcast. Oops.
We talked about eggs. We didn't talk
We
about
talked about
broadcast.
eggs early this morning, which I
I
brought with me.
Thank you.
and I was like, well, I mean, I thought Courtney was traveling today as well. So I was like, I could always just jump in and do a solo live stream if necessary.
Yeah.
So after a
Well,
while, I reached out and touched base, and we said
it's
we'd
going to
try to
be
make it work.
you and Ian on Thursday. So,
And
because,
possibly Rita.
and possibly Rita, because, Courtney and I are going to be off playing.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Well, it's not so much playing. Thursday, we're going to dinner with Jim. And then Friday morning, we're going over to the Pensacola Air and Naval Museum, where Jim, of course, is a charter member and for once does not know somebody that we're meeting. And we're taking my grandfather's effects from from World War II because I never met him. He died in World War II when my mother was 4. And going and dropping off all those things there because they have a display for the Pensacola Museum, which is I'm looking forward to. And then we get to wander around and listen to Jim talk about planes. So
I'm tempted to pull out my camera. Did you bring the gimbal with you? Because we can
no, I
walk
did
around
not.
and listen
I
to
didn't
Jim
bring
talk
the
about
gimbal.
planes. Because that would be fun.
I think we should. Honestly, my phone is pretty steady. So, I mean, we
Mhm.
should just do that because I'm sure people would. We need to take, because he actually flew his last duty plane down there, he and his team,
Mhm.
to the museum. So,
Oh, that's
and it'd be
awesome.
really fun to get some video of him. Isn't
That'd
that
be really
awesome?
cool. That would be really
So,
cool.
Yes.
Friday, and he says we have to have lunch at the museum in the fancy club. So, and I was
If
like,
he
do
can
you
get
buy
us
in?
in, I'm happy to go to a club with Jim.
Well, he gets to
I
go in
will
the
wear my
super
best
special
dress.
gate, and we have to go in the visitors gate. He gets to, so we'll have to figure out how we're getting there in the morning. But so we're just going to spend the day there, and then we're all going to run off to Pensacon on Saturday and check it out and see if it's someplace that we want to go. And then Courtney and I are going to the beach.
Yes.
Because ocean. And somewhere in there,
Uh-huh.
we need to get together with Matt and his wife. So
Yes, because
Yeah.
that has to happen.
yes, and so and then we're gonna trying to meet up with Bart, who is one of our authors on the way back, Bart and Krista. So that's kind of our itinerary of what we're doing. I am so tempted. I am so tempted. I'm just going to say this for the record, that if we don't come back for a couple more days, it's because I took a left turn at Bart and Krista's place and drove us 10 hours down to Boca Chica. So,
You know, I don't think anybody would mind, especially if we end up there on like a Wednesday.
Well, I mean, because the thing is stacked. The booster and the Starship are stacked, you know? And, I mean, we could stand there and look at the rockets as God and Heinlein intended. I mean...
I didn't bring my stickers.
Right? I don't know. Oh, you know what? You can always get a hold of Jim and make him bring them, because he's flying out tomorrow. But but the other thing too is then that's a 19-hour drive home, because we'd have to drive home from like the point of Texas to the top of Texas. And we'd have to find some place in the middle to stop, say, ooh, San Angelo. You know, because we know this guy with a huge house. Right? Or, you know, we could stop and see Jack, or, you know, we could stop and see Dawn.
There are a number of people we could stop and see who would be very happy to see us. We might just have to make the trip like zigzag.
It would be like a zigzag back up. So anyway, but a lot of it just depends upon how much money we have, and if we run out on the side of the road going, we'll edit books for cash. So,
you know, I'll tell you what, I bet if we put a thing in North Texas Troublemaker saying, hey, for another $500, we can make it to Boca Chica and Hums. Who wants pictures of the rocket?
Right? Anyway, but I mean, it's sorely tempting, because, oh my God, right? I just want to go put fingerprints on one of those things, just so some part of me gets off this planet. So that would be incredibly cool.
I thought it'd be really cool.
Yes. So what, did somebody just say something?
Oh, well, Ellen let us know that they destacked and the boosters back in the Mega Bay. But that's right now. They might be back next week.
Yeah, it might be back on. So, part of it too is we can see the rocket garden. There's a rocket garden there. Yes. I mean, they're just all the ones they've used are just kind of sitting out there, being a rocket garden. How cool would that be?
Esley, that's me, whose name is, I know your name, sweetheart. It has gone like this. She's asking us to go to Boca Chica and lust after the rockets on our behalf.
Okay.
So yes, I think Boca Chica is going to have to happen. We will figure it out.
Okay, that would be good. So, because I mean, if we can figure it out, some way to do it. Oh my God, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Pardon me, I just thought about something.
To happen.
Yes.
So I kind of want to see if we can get copies of our with the Space Cowboys books, and we need to order those anyways.
Yep.
Like Space Cowboys and Space Marines, and take them with us to so there, just take pictures with them. I think that'd be so much fun. Put them in the rocket garden, you know.
Yeah.
Sherry, thank you, Sherry. I did not mean to forget your name.
I would know
literally
her if I was
right
in the chat. Are you friends with Bocara on Facebook? Bocara Brumley?
I am friends with Bocara, yes.
Would you tell her to read her goddamn email?
Yes, I will.
I can do that. I'm friends with her, so.
Well, both of you ping her at the same time and tell her to go look at her goddamn email.
Oh.
So, I may have a moment involved in that. So, and check her spam too. So, look at us doing business sitting right here. We're having another problem of authors not responding to their emails. So, I mean, authors not responding to their emails, which is really important, because yet again, one of our bad boys is not doing it. And I'm like, seriously, you were so good before.
He checked it in enough time to actually approve his drafted digital percentage, which is great.
But, so here's the thing he has not done, is he has an email sitting with a piece of paper that's very important that he sign and return for an upcoming, and has not done so. So I even sent him a note saying, go check. So, and I'm wondering if our new email addresses are going somewhere else. So that's why I'm like go ping these two and beat them up for me.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I mean, the email that you sent me from the official email came in just fine. I didn't have an issue with it. So,
Yeah.
but
You sent my official email.
I don't know. So
no, you guys
no,
don't have
Raptor,
yours
it's
set up
not
yet
you.
because I'm trying to make sure that they actually work is what I'm doing. So
Mhm. Right.
and apparently they work just fine. But I'm so I'm teaching a class at Imaginarium about how to submit. You're a baby author. How do you submit? Well, this is going to be a living example of annoyance from production managers about things you need to do as an author. It's like, not only submit.
We can do screenshots of the emails you sent him. Please check your email, sir. Please check. Like when it gets to this point.
Because it's the other half of being professional and responsible is to check your emails, because people want to pay you, but if you don't answer your emails, they can't. So, pardon me, small rant. I'm okay. I'll be fine.
I had a weird one the other day. I had a client that wanted to pay me before I had invoiced him. Also, I wasn't done with what I was doing. And I'm like, I really appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm not going to turn down the money, but hold your horses like 2 days.
Yeah, just like
Thanks, Kaylin.
It's a little frustrating just because I'm also trying to get things off my list, and if I have this like one thing hanging out on a project, so I can't just put it away and move it on to the next thing. Because we have a lot of projects going on, which people may have noticed that we have a Substack now.
And oh my gosh, the guys are writing for it, and it's wonderful. They're having so much fun.
It's like off they went. It's like, okay, have a good. Here's the keys. Yay! It's like,
I really want to help with this. Here you go. Off it goes.
Right. We gave teenagers keys to the Dodge Challenger. I mean, they're just like, they're like, oh, cool, what can we make it do? Oh, let's do this too. I'm like, oh my God, guys, really? What can we do next? It's like, can we not send 14 emails in one day to our subscriber list? Oh my God. But no schedule. Anyway,
like we need to do a schedule. It's honestly it's on my Trello board.
Well, if you look in the files, because I put together a bunch of stuff. But yes, I mean, and the other thing too is I'm hoping to look at the Trello board tonight. So because I've had no time, you guys.
If not, when I get there, we will sit down with my computer and I will show you what I'm doing with it.
Yes.
Because I've created templates for some of the stuff, because it's one of those like I need to do this to every book we have. All right, so what's the list of all the books that we've got? So I just import over that checklist and I can go through book by book and do those.
So as you can tell, we're in this process of changing a lot of our systems to try to make things a lot more organized. With a bunch, anyway, because we're trying to position ourselves better for growth, so we're not tearing our hair out and trying to remember too much stuff, so
that's why I'm doing the checklist, and why I like doing like scheduling stuff. Like, okay, today's the day we do this. Today's the day we do this.
Right, exactly.
Like, I don't have to worry about that until tomorrow. I'm not getting started on tomorrow. Or hey, I know next week's gonna be stupid busy. I'm gonna get front load what I can.
Yes, and we have like 6 lines of projects. Major projects that are in process right now, and we're all trying to contain all those various bits, and we found a system that we like for putting all that together, but of course we've had no time to do it, right, because we've had all these other things going on. So it's kind of fun in this sort of weird sort of Chinese sense of fun. And we've got nothing else going on in our lives, right?
Oh, not at all. I'm not totally recovering and fixing all the mistakes in 9 books. I put the list together. It's 9 books.
Is it 9?
I'm doing 9.
Oh, and never fear, OCD friends. Cedar confirmed that she can actually fix the size on the very first postcards book, so they'll all be the same size.
Actually, I think I've already done that.
Did you do that already?
Uploaded it. Pretty sure I did.
Yeah. So they were.
We'll talk more about that later.
Yeah. So we've just been doing a lot of stuff in the background. and trying to do our day jobs at the same time.
Day jobs. Yeah. And traveling and busy and, you know, life stuff outside of all of that. So,
Yeah, I've
What-
been
wait,
gardening
wait.
like mad.
What is this life thing? What are you talking about?
I went to a memorial service for a friend on Saturday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and met his um my dad my dad, Peter, and Robert were best friends in high school. Robert was in my dad's wedding. He was my dad's best man at the wedding. His younger brother Peter, and Peter was his younger brother. His younger brother Peter he and his wife had their son 4 days after my brother was born. So Jared was raised as like my little brother. Like he was the one I actually liked. he was, you know, I lost touch with him after I graduated high school because my brother.
But you at least
jackass,
you got one good one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one I like. He's the one we talked sci-fi books and movies for an hour at his dad's memorial service.
Nice.
So it was Peter, and I got to meet his fiance, and yeah, it was really nice actually be able to meet the entire family all at once because I've met all of them at various times. And his cousin Sony, who's Robert's adopted daughter, I babysat her when she was 2.
Oh wow!
And she's now in her first year of residency in her in college. She wants to be a doctor, and I'm like, why? She's like, I don't know. It seemed like a good idea when I started.
That's okay, really. I'm not feeling ancient. It's fine.
No. I'm like, I babysat when you were 2.
Yeah.
And now you're going to be a doctor. And I'm very proud of you, but also, oh my God. So
We have had a response from Bocara. She's on it.
Thank you. Oh my God.
We'll get it printed inside tonight. We're good.
It's only been what? How many days?
I actually still I'm going through and correcting some stuff for her on a different project. So I need to get back to her too. That's
and hold her feet to the fire. That's true. No, it's just like seriously. Anyway, you shouldn't have to pester people to be nice to them. So
but it's Anyway, she's on it. She's got it.
So you had a lovely visit, though. It sounds like it went really well. That part of it was nice. Not so much the hotel part, but
No, it was good to reconnect and to see people. And then I went and had lunch with. No, it was good. It was supposed to be lunch. It ended up being dinner because I just got It took so long I couldn't break away from some lovely people on Monday because they're here. Bart and Krista. Managed to grab them for dinner, so that was nice.
They're folk, so
yeah, they're really good folk. It was a lot of fun. We talked a lot about AI and how, you know, the language, the large learning model. What the LLM stands for in
large learning model,
right? So and how excited she was to go from Photoshop, 2.0 to what we've got now. She's like, because she did testing and all that stuff. It was really cool to sit and talk about how technology has grown since the first time I came into photo editing, which was, I was 13 and fixing black and white pictures. So large flirting model. William, that would be me. Thank you.
Okay, now that's a sticker. That's a sticker. Somebody write that down. I don't have any of my pens yet because I just ran into the hotel room and set up. But
I can make a note.
Yes, please make a note of that. We need that sticker. So because my beam is broad too. So I like it. This appeals. So oh my goodness.
Wonderful.
Some days, right?
Ooh, Rick says that all would be flirt GPT.
Oh my God. I wonder if there is such a thing.
Okay,
Yes,
so
there is.
there is. It's not called that, but there is. It's
Yes.
Why
I
has
get
nobody
ads for
told
it
me
all the
about
time.
this?
Okay,
Because men that can't find a woman to chat with create chat girlfriends and chat with the AI
mhm.
instead.
They're all very anime-esque or manga looking.
Why is it always
Um,
just women?
Well, no. So I'm getting ads for them too, and it's to chat with the guys.
Okay.
Like they exist, and it's because it's because of what I read on my phone.
Oh,
that I'm
well,
getting these ads. I figure
now we know.
I
Fine.
watch K-drama on my phone, and I read my my manga on my phone because it's easier to scroll like that. So, and they're like, well, you obviously need, and I read romance manga because romance manga.
There's a little bug in here.
It wants to join us.
It's like watching Toast. All of a sudden she'll go on alert and then there's the boss.
God.
Oh my God. You're right. Computers suck at cuddles.
Yes,
Although
yes,
Oh my God.
I will tell you that my computer sometimes is a great way to warm up my hands because, you know.
The number of times I've fallen asleep cuddling with my laptop.
Yeah, I slide my hands underneath it's like, here, let me put my hands under your butt, computer. So at least I'm patting it on the butt. It's something. It's a little flat and hard though. So
A little bit.
Right? Just
that
kind of day. What can I say? It's just like, oh look, I get to pat this on the butt. It's kind of okay, fine. I'm gonna steal your big pillow, Courtney.
You like that big pillow, don't you?
I like that big pillow. There's these like big band-shaped pillows you can get, And what's nice about them is they don't leave their socks everywhere.
No, they don't, and they're very nice to cuddle with.
They never leave dirty dishes behind.
Nope.
No, they just don't. Anyway.
So for people asking, I have my large man-shaped pillow is Geralt of Rivia.
Excellent taste. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And I am laughing because my husband is behind me. He does have headphones on, so I don't think he's hearing this, but
you know what happens to me? Because my Instagram is absolutely full of how many Mr. Cavill sites can I find. So I get constant reels with him working out and him like with his shirt off and him as Geralt. I'm just like, okay. And now he's gonna be Highlander now.
I know. They're like putting him in all of my favorite things.
There's a few favorite things I could put him in. So one of them being some place he could eat crackers that nobody else could. So he's totally fine with me. So
he has aged up gracefully.
Pretty.
Oh yes.
Yes, he has. And he's got 3 brothers. So it's like little bug.
And he's a nerd, which is just the best thing ever. I think my favorite video of it is of him putting his computer together. I'm like, that's just
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we need him and the big 6'6" guy who played the werewolf. When?
Joe Magnioli.
But yeah.
Yes, we are the mavens of TMI.
Get used to it. Yeah, they were talking about something about a golf course being shaved down to the nubbins, and I said, "Oh, it has a Brazilian." Okay, so he lost it. He was like, "I cannot believe you said that to me." And I'm like, "Why are you surprised?"
I love that. Yeah, and I will say competency porn, and honestly, that video is like the best explanation of competency porn. He's putting together a computer.
Yeah,
but like he's building from all the basic parts, competency porn, and I love that.
Well, he's also displaying his fine motor skills. So
and the way he gets cardio, which I absolutely approve of. Um,
Me too. So,
and yes, I have heard the story of I have heard the story about his nephew. Because his nephew told in class that his uncle was a Superman,
yes.
and the
That's
teacher said,
wonderful.
oh, "No, you can't lie. You shouldn't lie like that." And he's like, "Well, I'm not lying." And so the next day he walked his nephew into school and introduced, say, "Hi, I'm Superman." Um,
That's awesome.
Yes.
See, this is
Uh-huh.
the trick. I mean, we talk about as writers trying to develop characters that the readers will fall for, especially when you're
mhm,
talking about romance. And these are the little things that you add to them are just that the charmingness, I mean, the being competent, yes, but also just doing really sweet things.
mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
for people who you care about.
It's crunchy
yeah,
marshmallow. It's all crunchy, crispy on the
yes.
outside, but total goo on the inside.
Right, right.
It's a hard
Yeah.
boiled protected with a heart of gold. Speaking of that, we have a book coming out Friday.
We do.
We
We do have a
do. We
Mhm.
do.
have we
The
pressed the
complete
button on the
trio.
book?
I have not pressed the button on the book. I will do that when I'm
Not yet.
off.
I think this
So
girl should
that
show up every time. So
yeah. But
yeah.
we will have drafted digital should be ready to go, and we should have print copies live on Friday for sure,
Okay.
100%.
All right. Awesome.
Pinup Noir 3.
Yes.
The brunette.
I love that cover.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
well,
brunette enters the room.
that was your
So
cover, so you should like it.
I do. It's the background on my phone. Like
Yeah.
yeah. 'Cause I'm like I think I
I'm looking
need the
forward to that
hats.
one.
I am.
Donna,
think
your
there's some good
audio's
stories
all
there.
muffled.
Oh, okay. Is it any better?
Oh, that's better.
No,
Yes, that's
better.
much better. I don't know
Yes,
what you
it's
were
because
doing, but
I'm like having to hold my phone. I'm trying to figure out places to put it that it won't fall down. It's like trying to sit on a computer. And it's like my hands are tired from gripping the steering wheel all day. So, and otherwise I get this weird kind of telescopic effect where my arms are enormous.
perspective is a thing.
It is. That's kind of funny.
I'll do flurp, flurp, floop. I can be a manatee today. So. It's like, wow, that's so attractive. Thanks. Oh, it's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with the way you're talking about the arm thing, when your arm goes out, whoa, and it gets weirdly perspective. Ben Wolf has been doing the he takes selfies of all of his of himself at all of his booths when he's doing in-person events. And he's a stretch like Ben Armstrong and like stretchy Ben, and because he's doing like the weird perspective on purpose.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Stretch Armstrong. And I really did take apart Stretch Armstrong when I was a kid. So we cut him into little bits to figure out why he was stretching so weirdly. There's a country song about all the things from the 80s, and one of them is I know what the insides are on Stretch Armstrong. So and I was like, yeah,
I love that song.
yeah, I know that one. So so yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I remember taking the heads off Barbie. You can't get that back on again.
Well, it depends on the Barbie. So.
Generally, it's a no. At least when you're a small child.
Okay, so I figured out. So way in the back of dark ages of time, when G.I. Joe was actually 10 inches tall, and it was jointed as opposed to these little 6-inch things that you guys grew up with. You could take them apart and put them back together. So, and which made for some very interesting Frankenstein moments to have a G.I. Joe with a Barbie head on. So, but I was a bored child and spent a lot of time alone. So
we have a question. When will the schedule for the rest of the year in 2025 come out?
The schedule for the rest of the year is out. It's on the page. And
yes. And 2025 probably not until like July.
At the
Yeah.
end of July, beginning of August.
Yeah.
So, because we still need to sit down and go through all of that.
Mhm.
And the list for that is scary. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, so the schedule is out. We do have some that we're adding into the schedule here and there, which still has to be discussed on the team. We know that the next giant freaking robots will come out just before Giant Stomping
Giant stomping robots.
is coming out just before Liberty Con. It's the
Yes.
second week of June, and that's the only one that we have firmly scheduled. Although we have a couple of more all will burn that we still need to tuck in. So,
And I don't think we have an open call for stomping robots because
no,
it's the overflow from the first one.
yeah,
So,
Right.
we're
yeah.
not opening calls again on those at all. So the ones that are
Yeah.
continuing series, there will be no open calls because why would we do that to the people? Amazing stories we already have. So
Right,
Mhm.
right.
yeah,
So any open calls, right now that's on the Law Dog Files Raconteur Press page.
Yep.
So they can go there and find them. And there will probably also be highlights in the Substack. So
Yep.
if you go sign up for the Substack and get that delivered to your email, you'll get reminders.
Yeah, you do not have to pay for the Substack. Just so you
No,
guys.
you do not.
Mhm.
I need to fix one of the things on when they put a post up. There's this whole little sign up, and there's this thing. I'm like, oh, I have to take that out. So,
Yeah.
because the boys are off and running with the car, and I haven't actually taken all of the you know, the cellophane off of the chrome. You know, the stuff you get on your screens. All the screensaver bits haven't been peeled off yet, but they're like off and doing whatever they're doing. So, but yeah, so we're going to be putting those there.
Yeah.
I have to put up a thing for tomorrow for because Your Honor, Volume 2, the final Spurgle Chronicle closes Friday, so people need to get their stories in for that. So
Right, and that's what I'm thinking is a good thing. If people sign up for the Substack, they'll get reminders of when things are opening, when things are going to be closing.
Yep, and we're going to
So
put that there just so it's more direct than the Facebook
Mhm.
because Facebook throttles so much stuff.
Well, and that's the thing is even if they follow Rack Press on Facebook, they may not see everything that Facebook that we post because Facebook.
Yeah,
So
they don't.
Substack is a much more consistent method of communication.
Much.
So
yes, and oh my God. Okay, people don't have to pay.
But they want to.
Another person did. Oh my God. Okay, so it's like, well, I'm not going to complain too much, okay, but it's still like, no, you don't have to. But we went from having like 4 or 5 subscribers on, what was that? The day we launched was what?
Monday.
Monday, and it's Wednesday, and we have 130 already.
Yeah.
They were waiting for us.
They were like,
yeah.
Can we
have them trained? We have them trained. Like we put something up, you go and follow it so that you can follow where we're at. Because odds are good they're going to be we're going to be hilarious somewhere. And you'll get stuff like this morning where
Nick lying about how we don't change the paper in his cage. I mean, I'm just not really happy about him saying that because he's been more consistent about changing the paper in his cage. And I'm just like, what?
So, we changed the paper. We might hit him with it first, but we changed the paper. I mean,
really great if he would stop tearing it up. He could stop tearing up the paper in his cage. Okay?
That would be helpful.
Because it makes a huge mess and it's really hard to get all of the droppings out. It's just like, seriously. So annoying. God. And he wants a real name. Does he really think we're going to give him a real name when he behaves that way? It's be intern Steve forever.
Ever.
When he asks for graphics,
he's going to want mayonnaise on his cheese sandwich. I mean,
you know, he works hard enough. He might earn the mayonnaise. I'll be honest.
Oh, okay. So several people have asked about the cheese sandwich comment.
Yes, tell the cheese sandwich story.
Okay, so way back in the dark ages of time, when I was a very young girl, reading a lot of analog and Asimovs, and because I'd go to the grocery store and I'd get the little science fiction magazines. One of my favorite authors was hired to do book reviews, and that was Spider Robinson. And when Spider Robinson, in his very first column, where he said he was going to be reviewing books explained how he got hired. He said he got a phone call out of the blue because he was one of their authors and he was poor, because we know that part. And the editor at the time, whose name I cannot remember, said, hey, we'd like you to review books and we'll pay you. And Spider said, I get to review books and I get paid by this major magazine. They're like, yep. How much do I get paid? Half a cheese sandwich and 3 nickels. And he was like, well, since I'm skinny, the cheese sandwich is more important. And that always stuck with me, because I love cheese sandwiches. They're like my favorite thing on the planet, especially if you put Ruffles in them, potato chips in the cheese sandwich. And I thought, what a cool job to have where you actually get paid in cheese sandwiches. And so I always thought that was like a really cool perk. Well, along comes Raconteur Press, and we don't have the 3 nickels, but we can do the cheese sandwiches, right? So when Mike comes on, and well, actually, Ian called Mike from the blanket fort. Of course, he sent his classic text of, we need to talk, which of course terrifies everybody. And Mike calls back and goes, what? He says, we want to hire you to do some work with us. And I said, don't tell him he gets paid. He said, you get paid in cheese sandwiches. And I said, half a cheese sandwich, not a full one. Not a full member. It's not full time. So this is the origin of cheese sandwich, because one of my favorite authors started off getting paid in cheese sandwiches for doing reviews and working for a publication. So it's one of our little Easter eggs and our throwbacks to classic science fiction, is being paid in cheese sandwiches.
We need to write that up and put it out on the Substack.
Well, there you go. You could just snip it out and stick it on there. So
we could actually. I could snip that part.
Substack supports video. That's the fun thing with Substack, because it's not just
we already
text.
put a video up.
We can do audio. We can do video.
So we did video from the video from when we our very first. Please don't have a book release party after the party.
Oh, we did. Oh, yeah.
Right? No, I actually gave Mike video from that. The shorter, you put up the shorter video, but everyone definitely is looking like the and there are some pictures, and so we have learned, do the book announcement panel before the party, because they had us in the morning, and you're the one who scheduled us for that.
I did.
It's all your fault.
I didn't think the party would go that well.
Right, we had ducks in the shower and an art show on the bathroom mirror. We made people.
That was while we were sober. Okay, I do understand.
They had to color a little picture from Chewini, and then we taped them up to the bathroom. So, yes, we're not doing a cheese sandwich anthology. So, no. You can bring me. Okay, so here's what we can do. We can do a cheese sandwich experience at a big ass book party.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to find it and repost it. Well, we just lost Steve Miller.
Oh no, that was so
And when I did the author recipe for Sharon and Steve, she had me do an open face cheese sandwich with apple butter. And they were divine. So I'm going to have to find that recipe and repost that for.
Was it apple butter on brie?
I can't remember what I used, because I make them and photograph them, but this is what she told me, and I created the whole thing. I don't remember if I used brie or not, but I had done homemade bread, and it was my homemade apple butter, and it was so good. So cheese sandwiches can be fancy.
But I will tell you, I was at an SCA event, which is Society of Recording, and it was late one evening, and this guy had this cart where he had a propane-powered griddle, and just that. It was like this little cart. It wasn't very big. It was like enough to get run around. And he had bags of Wonder Bread and sliced cheese and butter. And he was running around selling cheese sandwiches for $2 late at night when everybody was out drinking. He was making a killing.
Oh, yeah.
There was something about an outdoor griddle cheese sandwich when you're half drunk in the woods with all your friends partying that was just, the flavor was just, anyway. But he just wanted to make sure people ate, So,
yeah.
But yes, I think we should have a cheese sandwich experience in honor of our cheese sandwich paid people. So,
yes.
I like that plan. We should.
And we'll make them cook them. I'll bring the griddle. So,
That can be the theme of our party at Pecan.
Well, and they also Rita wants to do a tinfoil hat competition as well.
Yeah,
so
we can absolutely do that.
Yes, so you can wrap up their cheese sandwich in tinfoil that they have to make a hat out of when they're done, or something.
I like this.
It seems like a plan, don't you think?
It seems like a great plan.
Right?
So
yeah.
And seeing as I'm the person in charge of programming, we can absolutely make that happen. So
there you go. So yeah, but something else is that we have a bunch of little weird Easter eggs that we've kind of dropped in reference to classic science fiction through a lot of Raconteur Press stuff. And I'm not going to tell you about all of them because they're just there for people to discover, and that's one of them. Is that so?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I adore Spider Robinson. And the man could use more than a few cheese sandwiches because he's a braille. The man has always been skinny. So.
Yeah, I think we're doing Nick and Mike a favor by giving them cheese sandwiches. That's
right. And like I said, I mean, if he's gonna want mayonnaise, if we're like we can't,
yeah.
But he's not gonna get any if he keeps tearing up his Cajun.
Oh, yeah. When he asked me for graphics and told me what he wanted, I was laughing so hard.
I love the graphics for that. So cute.
You guys haven't seen all of them yet. There are more.
Oh yeah. Well, and the list of complaints that he sent me a week ago was quite lengthy.
Yeah.
It could happen, Ben. It could happen.
Oh, I missed that. What do you say? What do you say on that?
He says, I want the Girls and Squirrels book cover with chainmail clad babes with couched lances on charging squirrels.
Okay, but the squirrels have to be waxed. So
or have a decent
how am I supposed to do waxed squirrels?
I was thinking a decent saddle would work, personally. I'm just saying.
I mean, okay, so there needs to be some sort of fabric, something underneath, because
because otherwise the chainmail catch in the
the chainmail the squirrels can afford is not great. So
No. Sarah's right. We've got to saddle the squirrels.
Honestly, I think that's what we've done with Raconteur Press is we have grabbed Ian's squirrels and threw saddles on them and said, okay, charge.
I am not doing a naked mole rat with a squirrel head. That is just wrong.
Oh. I want the Squirrel Girls from Jolly Jack's Collected Curios.
He says Sanford says he wants the Squirrel Girls from Jolly Jack's Collected Curios, which I'm gonna have to look that one up because I have no idea.
Okay, guys, you know what mothballs smell like?
Yes.
How'd you get their tiny little legs part? So we need to wax those too. So
probably.
Oh dear.
I mean, if we're gonna go off the rails, that's just like
we have gone off the rails.
What rails? Where? So
fortunately, we only have about 5 minutes left. We should probably talk about what's coming up.
Clearly, moths, especially if you're sniffing balls. So anyway, Pinup Noir comes out on Friday.
Yes.
Pinup Noir 3. So all 3 Moms of the Apocalypse now have their covers. So
yes.
So we can also tell you guys we're going to get standing banners of all 3 of those covers. So you can come and have pictures with your favorite girl. So
yeah, we'll have those at various booths that we're gonna do this year. And
yeah,
I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be a fun little photo opportunity.
No chainmail. Not happening.
You do realize I make chainmail.
I know. I made chainmail, but you see, you make the light chainmail. I made the heavy duty chainmail. I still have the collar that I made. So.
Oh, I have the rings to do the heavy duty stuff. I just usually do jewelry.
Do not fall asleep in the sun with your chainmail on.
No, that's a bad idea.
I imagine that gives you some interesting sunburns and
Ow.
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 Messenger.
Oh, Sanford, the squirrel girls that Sanford was talking about are in a webcomic called Sequential Art.
Okay.
It's and
I won't go look.
no, it's actually it's safe for work. I mean, it's doesn't update very often. I'll send you a link later. They're
Sanford
cute.
telling you it's safe for work. This is
Oh no,
Sanford.
I follow it, so I know it's
Oh, okay,
safe for
okay.
work.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
They're
Yeah, none of us
also
should fall asleep in the sun.
they are also mad engineers. The squirrel
Mhm.
girls are.
I have fallen asleep in the sun on face down on a floaty mattress in the middle of a river and sunburned the bottom of my feet.
Oh, ooh.
Yes.
I had
Yeah.
my hair in twin French braids to fit underneath the helmet. Took the helmet off and didn't take the hair out, and ended up with a sunburn down the middle of my skull.
Yeah, right. I'm a pasty white girl. I stay out of the sun
Uh-huh.
most of the time. So and I've paid for it because you see I've got this little spot on my nose that is not a witch's mole, even though I need to like put a fake hair in it sometimes. Because if I'm going to be the crone, I might as well do the whole part, right? But I have problems with skin cancer because I have been so severely burnt so many times in my life. So
Yeah.
I mean, not just by the sun. So
Well,
anyway,
it's like I was out in the garden for 2 hours the other day. I forgot about a hat. I came in and put a
Ah.
hat on, but it was too late because I was already pink in February.
yes, you're in Texas now, dear. I mean, my
I know.
hand got sunburned driving back and forth to the shop because I had my hand on the top of the steering wheel, and I was like, "What?" And now I've got a little thing I got to go get burned off. So
Mm,
the sun
yeah.
is deadly. It's aggressively cheerful, and there's curtains up in the shop now for a reason because I just can't too much. So yes, we have Pin Up Northby coming out. Week after that, we have a week off, don't we?
I believe we do have.
I
week,
think
and then we have Space
so.
Marines. So
Because I know that
And then Space
Hooves,
Monkeys.
Tracks, and Sabers just opened because I'm working on the cover for that.
Look, I could actually open a file in my computer behind my phone and actually have a schedule. Let me move my phone over here so I can see it.
Oh,
So
Space Marines 3 comes out on March 1st.
yes, it does. So and
Yeah, we get that.
so we ended up with a
Poppin'.
back on that one. So
Yeah, we are back to back.
but why not? Because
Yeah.
right. And then Moggy's comes out in the middle of March. So somebody better answer their damn email. Anyway, excuse me. Well, I know we added an extra story to that one. So if I have to do it again, anyway. So, but yeah. So we're also running off to Planet Comic-Con first March 8th up in Kansas City, which will be fun. Just to go check them out and hang out with James and go celebrate giant freaking robots at Planet Comic-Con at his booth.
Yeah.
And poor James, he thought he was only going to do 3 anthologies.
Yeah. He's
like,
enjoying them though. He's enjoying them.
He's having fun. He's having a lot of fun, but he also has learned the classic lesson of don't stand still next to us. You'd think he would have learned after LTE.
Well, we're still fun. He just,
Right? Yeah. So next week, guys, I think we should get Sandra on, Sandra Medlock, so she can talk about alien family values. So
Yes, we need to do that.
And you guys all need to meet her. She's pretty funny. She seems like a very proper girl, but she's Rob Hampson's sister, and she has a long, illustrious career in journalism writing and stuff. And she's got a wicked sense of humor hiding underneath that very proper self. So she's a lot of fun. I like her a lot.
She's awesome.
So she's our guest editor for Alien Family Values. Fabulous idea that she came at us with. It'd be really great to have her on to discuss that before it opens. Because it opens on the 3rd. So yeah, we should have her come and spook. There's some weird noise behind you. So somebody's doing something. So anyway, but that's coming up soon. But that's what's in process. So
Yep.
March is kind of insane.
March is kind of busy. I think we're looking at having a writer reader get together around Planet Comic Con.
Watch the space.
So yes, watch the space. I know our locals on the scene are coordinating. So
one of them gets paid in cheese sandwiches. So
yes,
and he doesn't tear up the liner in his cage. So
no.
So he might get mayonnaise this week. So I don't know. But yeah, we're going to have to catch them and get the keys back from the car. So that they're driving around like little crazed maniacs. So, God, the children are playing.
They're having fun, though, and it's just delightful to watch. It's very
Yes, but Nick is not allowed to bring home any specials things from his retirement in the military. Because we are not responsible for any explosions. None. So, not that the boys couldn't. Oh my God. What have we done?
We have people who like to play with explosives.
And knives.
Who like to play with explosives. And yeah.
And knives.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
And I'd say we're here to keep them in line, but no, we're really here just to make sure that they clean up after themselves.
Which they don't do anyway. So,
no.
Oh my God. So guys, I need chicken fried steak because I'm hungry because I just got here and I'm going to go find some place to have dinner because I'm in Mississippi and I need food.
Go feed the Jana. I'm gonna go make dinner for me and for Neil. And
we will see you all next week.
Yeah.
I'll see you at the airport tomorrow, Courtney. So
yes, I'll see you at the airport tomorrow, and we will we
may post snippets from our adventures. So
yes.
That would be excellent. Yeah,
we'll have fun.
I'm just looking forward to Jim at the Air and Space Museum. I mean the Air and because they're all his former toys. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to that a lot.
That'll be fun. So okay,
all right. Well, I'll see you guys next week.
The beach.
Yes, we're gonna go be pasty white girls on the beach. So
bye.
Bye.